Facts about life you won't believe you didn't already know. Sleeping in a cold room can help you slim down. Just a single month of sleeping in a 66-degree room helped increase subjects' fat-burning ability by as much as 10%, according to research from Commonwealth University. You can't breathe and swallow simultaneously. This is because the food and fluids we swallow and the air we breathe in both travel down the same part of our throat, according to registered psychiatric nurse James Steinmetz. Babies don't have kneecaps. Well, they do. It's just that they aren't made of bone. They're little bits of cartilage that have yet to ossify into bone. And for more on how to know when kids are being honest, check out 50 Lies Kids Say That Parents Always Fall For. The color you see in pitch darkness has a name. If you close your eyes in a completely dark room, when you open them, the color you see is called Eigengrau, which means intrinsic gray. It's the shade of dark gray people see when there's no light. Craving ice is a symptom of iron deficiency. If you like crunching ice after you finish your soda, you might be suffering from anemia. Also known as pagophagia, the compulsive eating of ice may not just be a nervous tic, but a way of cooling inflammation in the mouth caused by a lack of iron, according to the Mayo Clinic. So if you like chomping down on those cubes, get thee to a doctor, stat. There are more life forms on your body than people on Earth. You are a planet teeming with microbes. Trillions of them inhabit your body. In fact, 90% of the cells in your body are actually composed of microbes. The size of your social circle is related to the size of your brain. A scientist at Oxford discovered that the size of a person's orbitomedial prefrontal cortex, the part of a brain that identifies other people's moods and personalities, can predict the size of that person's social circle. The average prefrontal cortex averages out to around 147.8 friends in a social network. Taking aspirin during a heart attack may save your life. Taking an aspirin at the first sign of a heart attack can be a lifesaver. The drug inhibits platelets from forming a clot that can block an artery and cause a full-on heart attack. For the fastest relief, and time is of the essence, chew the aspirin instead of swallowing it. Women can give birth after they die. It's very rare, but it has been known to happen. Called coffin birth, it's a phenomenon that occurs when a pregnant woman delivers a child spontaneously after her death, due to gases that build up in the abdominal area, putting pressure on the mother's uterus and forcing the baby out the birth passageway. One example of this was discovered in 2010 in the grave of a medieval woman who was buried in Italy, according to Smithsonian. With modern embalming techniques, this doesn't really happen anymore. Shakespeare invented the name Jessica. Well, it can't be proven that he invented it, per se. But the first written instance of the name is found in the Bard's 1596 play The Merchant of Venice. Shylock's daughter, an anglicization of the biblical name Isca, is named Jessica. High heels were first designed for men. Though closely identified as a female fashion staple today, high heels were first designed for men. At the end of the 16th century, Persian-inspired style was all the rage in Europe, according to the J. Paul Getty Museum, and heels were seen as being virile and masculine. And a great way to boost your height a few inches. There's a mental phenomenon that causes you to see monsters in mirrors called the Troxler effect, and discovered as long ago as 1804. It causes those who experience it to think they see something fearsome in the mirror just on the periphery of their vision, whether they say, Bloody Mary, 3 times or not. There's a brewery in Japan that makes beer from elephant dung. The brewery, Sankt Gallen, produces a beer called Unko no Kuro, made with coffee beans that have passed through an elephant. It's a huge hit, according to Fox News. Many phones attach GPS data to your photos by default. Many phones, including iPhones, track your location and attach that information to every picture you take by default. You can turn it off in your settings, but that doesn't remove the information from pictures you've already taken.